What's going on, guys? I'm Steve. Welcome back to the channel. Welcome back to another video. If it's your first time stopping by the channel, hit that subscribe button. Trust me, you won't regret it. You're a returning subscriber. As always, guys, welcome back, and I do appreciate the support. Once again, I apologize for the mic issues. Can't fix it until tomorrow. But anyway, let's get along with these stories for the day. And I want to wish everybody a happy Monday. We're still going through that power outage out here in Houston. Fortunately, I'm one of the ones that has power where a lot of other people do not at this present time. So let's keep them in our thoughts and prayers. But I want to talk about a story out of Oakland, California. Shout out Oakland. And it's about this man right here. This guy right here is Clarence Easton, age 31 at present time. This guy right here, Mr. Easton, is also proof that the justice system is a joke and prison doesn't work and rehabilitate and punish like people say it does. There are a lot of people out here in the justice system that think locking somebody up is teaching them a valuable lesson. When in fact, all it does is intensify what's already in them, a bunch of stupidness. This guy right here just recently got released from prison and is a suspect in a bunch of fast food restaurant robberies and a couple of strong arm robberies, which I'll show you in this video. This is a damn shame. It is. You seen Trump get shot the other day. Biden got on TV. Oh, it's a travesty. We don't need this type of violence in the United States, in this country. Well, what about violence upon people that don't do anything and people that are just doing what they supposed to do and getting a job, paying taxes, and trying to make America run according to the way your laws are put up? I want you to take a look at this, man. This is heartbreaking to see. You get on TV and talk about somebody, a politician, when something happens to him. But when the normal citizens are getting tore up the frame daily, including children, that's not a call to for change in this country. You don't get on TV and do nothing then? With all these different mass shootings and craziness? Just take a look at this.
DA Pamela Price also released new information on a man charged in a series of robberies in Oakland. 31-year-old Clarence Easton is charged with robbing 3 fast food restaurants last Friday. Oakland police have said he's the man seen in this video attacking and robbing 2 women later that day. Well, today the DA confirmed Easton was released from prison just days before the incidents. He'd been sentenced to 30 years to life in prison when he was 16 years old. She said his sentence was reduced under state law.
He went through the process of applying through the public defender's office, is my understanding, and that petition was heard in one of our superior courts, and the petition was granted, and Mr. Easton was released to Alameda County. And unfortunately, within a short period of time, these incidents have now occurred.
DA Price said that more charges may be pending in the assaults. She said overall, the county's reentry unit has been successful in allowing people to become productive members of society.
All right, guys, that's the story of this guy, 31-year-old man, Clarence Easton, who acted like he had low self-esteem when he attacked these people. And before that, tried to rob 3 different fast food restaurants in 5 minutes in the same day. Listen, it says here on July 5th, this guy ran in a McDonald's and demanded money from an employee. 5 minutes later, he went down the street to a Papa John's and a taqueria, which was next door to that on the same block. Trying to rob people. Till he came across these 2 like Chinese or Asian ladies and attacked them with their suitcases. So evidently they was tourists or something. But I told you before, there are people out here whose only recreation is to recreation. This type of stuff shouldn't happen to common folk just walking down the street going to and fro. This guy got released from prison 11 days prior to going on this crime spree. Who released him? The DA, because he petitioned, because he was locked up since he was 16. And they let him out of jail. And look what happened. See, this is the thing a lot of people don't know, especially young people. It seems like nowadays, jail is like a rite of passage for a lot of boys to become men. It's validation, almost like being in the street cred. But when you get out, you know what happens? When you go into jail, it's like being suspended in time. When you get out, the world has changed so much, whether it's 2 years, 3 years, or 30 years, that it's very hard to adjust. And that's the thing a lot of people don't understand. When you get locked up, you lose valuable time, especially when you're young, and being a productive, person in establishing yourself and what role you'll play in the world. You miss that valuable time. And this guy right here is perfect proof of that. He got locked up when he was 16. Here he is, 31 years old, and can't make it. 11 days out, couldn't make it. Went all the way off, crashed straight out. This is crazy. The justice system don't work. They let him right out of jail. I guess he was in there doing good or not getting in trouble or whatever. But I'm going to tell you something. Jail is a different world. And it's full of criminals. And a lot of stuff in jail you have to do, you wouldn't do in the real world. And you get used to doing it because you got to play the role to survive like everybody else. We all have done it. And then when you get out and try to adjust back into the real world, you've missed a lot. And it's hard to do it. So what do? You revert back to your prison instincts and being dominant, taking what you think you can take from somebody that you think ain't going to do nothing to you. And this is the result. This man punched 2 old women in the face in broad daylight out of desperation. He grabbed the bag, didn't even know what was in it. Tried to take both of their suitcases. I want you to think about that. He ran up on people. First, he asked them something. They looked. He saw the other woman was real elderly. He grabbed her. The other lady, she was old too. He knew they were soft targets. Conversation didn't even go too long before he started what? Being physical with them, punching them in the face and all this type of stuff. 31 years old. No survival instincts at all. Or no instincts to refine himself. There are a lot of people out here that have childish minds and adult bodies, and he's proof of it. Why was he even let out? Why was he even let out? Think about it. They locked this guy up like he was just like they were giving justice for another victim, then gave him an early release, giving a big FU to the person he was locked up in there in the first place. I want you to think about that. It's a game they play, the justice system. There are a lot of stories I've just did where some people have went to jail and will be released early after this thing blows over because the family, they feel, got justice or we locked them up. Then all of a sudden, it's another part where he can come up where he can be released. It's a game. The justice system is a game. It is. This guy should have still been serving his sentence. But he got locked up 2016? Here it is, 2024, he's out. 2000, let me look up here. Give me a second. I got it right here. I'm sorry, guys. Yeah, but this type of stuff, man, it makes no sense. All right, let's go down here real quick. Okay, I got the wrong story up here. But anyway, guys, listen. It makes no sense. People can't be fixed. A lot of people cannot be fixed. Some of us can, but a lot of people can't. Now, if you go to jail and you do your time, whatever, you deserve a fair shake when you get back out because you did all that was required of you to get back out here in the freedom. But if you ain't doing nothing productive with it and you starting the same BS that landed you in jail in the first place, I'll take you out of here. Ain't gonna be no second and third chances for a grown up. I'm sure with this guy being 31 years old, there has been many a times where people have came to him and said, hey man, and tried to offer him wisdom that he didn't want to hear because he was driven by his own greed. And I'm sure there's times where, God has sent somebody to him that could have helped him and he didn't heed to the wisdom that was given to him. I'm sure he was probably put in a decent situation where all he had to do was work a little bit and he could have solved a lot of his problems, but he couldn't. Hard head make a soft ass. It's not my fault or anybody else's fault out here that's being victimized by somebody that's preying upon people that they had a hard life or what they perceive as hard. Everything we do at any given second or moment is a result of something we did and did not do in life that gets us where we are at the present. I can't feel nothing. He chose to stop them women. He chose to punch them in the face. He chose to go in those places and try to steal money and stuff like that. He chose to do this. That morning he woke up. Sickening. Stock Market Steve for the Dynamic Reason channel. Once again, I apologize for the mic situation. I'm waiting for Amazon to bring these mics and these adapters. So I'll see you in the next video. Take care. Please understand.